Welcome to Shul.com. We are reading from Doresh Yom Parashat Lecha Maaseh Rabbi Yaakov Abualfia. This is from Mutzafi's book. So it said there was a story of Rabbi Yaakov Abualfia, Zatzal, Talmido Rabbeinu Hari, one of the students of the Arizal. Shenasal Mitzrayim, he went to Mitzrayim. Bishtichut Hari, the Arizal sent him to go to Mitzrayim. Bishuvo me Mitzrayim, when he came back, Rachav Apalmalyato beorchat gemalim. He went with a group of the had camels with them. Behem asu darkam let Israel. They were on their way back to Israel, so he went with them from Egypt. By Laila, atzru baderech ufarshu deshena. They stopped at night to go to sleep. Ad she'ir hayom b'yamshichu b'darkam, because they don't travel at night; they travel during the day. B'chatzot Laila. Remember, why are they traveling at night? Because it's dark at night, and this was 500 years ago. There was no lights. B'chatzot Laila, in the middle of the night, come Rabbi Yaakov Abualfia got up. Ba'amar tikun hatzot. So he said tikun hatzot on the Horban Habayit, Kemin Hago, like his custom, midday Laila, every night. Achar kach yeshav, he sat down, v'lamad Torah, keshened dolek lefanav. He sat down and learned Torah with just a candle in front of him. He was learning, meditating privately. Lefeta, right away, be'ishon layil, shama merachok kolot muzarim. He heard in the middle of the night a bunch of wild sounds. Hu hikarev lamakom. So he got up to go see what was going on. Ulneged enav, and in front of his eyes, hitkala mahazeh mav'it. He saw a mahazeh, a vision. Parot holshot et ha'adama. He sees cows being choresh. They're plowing the adama. V'kam anashim mishunim, and weird people, mafni'im bahem makot nimratzot. They are beating the cows non-stop. V'dohakim bahem laharosh et adama, and they're pushing them in order to plow the land. They're beating them and pushing them to plow the land. Kavor hatzi sha'a. After half an hour of watching this, heminichu laparot. They stopped beating the cows. Unachash aparot nachu, that the cows were relaxing. Kim'a. They started hitting the cows after half an hour of letting them relax, even worse than before. And in order to go plow the land again and move again. And he's watching this, Rabbi Yaakov, in the middle of the night, and he's on his way from Egypt to Israel. Hitpaleh Rabbi Yaakov. Who's these awkward people that are doing this? And he goes, since when do cows plow in the middle of the night? How do cows even do that? And why are they hitting them so much? Who would hit their own cow that much if you wanted to plow? It wouldn't do it. He started to scream, Master of the world, who are these creations? Bnei Adam or Shedim? Are these people or are these Shedim, Malachi, Habala? You have to understand, the Hachamim, they prayed to understand what was happening around them. Pitom, right away, Hirimu haparot et kolan vehechelu ledaber kibnei Adam. Right away, the cows saw him scream. They turned around to him. They started talking to him like a regular person. An neshamot shel bnei Adam. We are the neshamot of the bnei Adam, of people. We came from the olam ha'emet to this world, the olam ha'sheker, tikun, in order to mitaken, to fix the darush. The darush is like a speech in depth of what is fixing. What does this mean? Tamar Rabbi Yaakov, ma'u hachet hadoresh tikun. So what's that? I never heard of that. That's the new Hadush. You didn't see that in the Gemara. Amrulo, they said to him, the cows, because when we used to be alive, we used to be megaleach, to shave our peot. There are 5 peot, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 spots. We don't know the exact location of them, so we're mahmir, but they're around those locations. And this guy used to shave with a razor. You know, like you have those guys, they shave their whole beard and their head with a razor. They take the Gillette or whatever it is, the 5, and they shave everything down to 0. That's asur. Betad. Avarnu al isur Torah shel. That was a surah of the Oraita of Torah. Shelo takifu pe'at roshechem. It's a chok in the Torah that you're not supposed to do that. Al kach nigzar alenu. There was a gezerah, a punishment that was given to them. Shenishmotenu yikansu beparot. Because of it, they had to come down into cows. Elu, these ones, v'nisbol makot nimratzot, and we get beaten every single night as a punishment because we shaved with a razor blade. V'az panu el Rabbi Yaakov bikshu mimenu. Now that these cows went to Rabbi Yaakov, they saw that he was a holy man, spiritual man. Rabbeinu, they said, Rabbi, atat tamido shel Rabbeinu Ari, we know that you're the student of the Ari, right? In the Shamayim, they know that Arizal is a huge rabbi. They said, listen, if he prays for us, we're going to be able to get out of this quick. So they're asking Rabbi Yaakov, listen, ask him to pray for us. Rabbi Yaakov, right away, after Rabbi Yaakov saw this, he told the guys with the camels, let's go, we got to go to Sfat quick. They right away he gets to Sfat, he right away goes to the house of the Arizal. He saw him right away. When he saw him, he was smiling. And he says, so that.
He knew right away what he was talking about.
So what happened? Rabbi Yaakov Abualfia comes right away, nervous to the Arizal's house. He comes right in to see the Ari, and the Ari is sitting down, smiling. And he says, "Hateda lamahem ne'enshu." Do you know why they got their problem? It's kind of interesting. It's like the whole situation. You're watching this. It's like literally like you don't even want to say it. Like like a movie. Like he came right in right away. He's sitting there waiting for him to walk in. Hey, do you know why they got punished? Rabbi Yaakov Hevin sherabbinu Hadi yada beruach kodsho et kol asher kara'u. You know everything with the Ruach HaKodesh, what was happening. So right away he made his ear like a speaker in order to listen. Afar keset is the handle of the phone. No? Amar Rabbeinu Hari, the Arizal said, HaTorah mitzava lo takifu pe'at roshechem. The Torah says you can't cut around the pe'ah of the head. Okay? Takifu pe'at roshechem. Rashi tevot parat. Takifu pe'at roshechem. If you take the first letter, it's parat. Pei resh tav, which is the cow. That's why they went into parot. They affected the parat. They went into parot. Hosif Rabbeinu Ari, he added, Hateda madua ata velo achera ita tamar eazeh. Now the Arizal went even further. So Lior, he tells him, so, you know why you were the person who got to see all this? Why were you fortunate to see this? Maybe someone else should have seen that. See, the Arizal not only explained to them the problem, explained to them why they were the ones who see it or saw it. Mishum she'otam anashim hem mishurish nishmatecha. Because all those people that were shaving with the razor blade, they were from your shortish of your neshama. They were all the same. So you were seeing them because that was connected to you and to your actions. From the Shamayim, they decided you have to see this. So that you should pray on their behalf that Hashem should forgive them. Even though you seemingly have no connection to them other than what I'm telling you, that you're connected in your soul, you must pray for them. You have to give tzedakah and fast on their behalf. And you have to learn Torah for them. Meaning, nothing to do with them. Doesn't know the people, never knew them, but because they were from the shortest of Neshama, the Arizal is commanding him in order to pray and do things to help them. He said, you have a special power in order to help these people because they're from your soul. Now, we don't have today the Arizal that can identify us, who's connected to us. But it goes to show you that we are interconnected. Sometimes you might feel it with somebody, sometimes you might not feel it with anyone. And we know that Rabbi Yaakov Abualfia didn't feel it, because had he would have felt it, he would have said, I feel like you're... He didn't say anything. Right? The Arizal had to go out of his way to tell him that, which meant he didn't see or feel anything. Rabbi Yaakov asa k'mitzvat rabo. So Rabbi Yaakov took upon himself the mitzvah of his rabbi. How beautiful is this book of Rabbi Mutzafi? Isn't it great, guys? Every time I read the book of Rabbi Mutzafi, I'm in a different zone. It's unbelievable how special. It's like you bring the Shekhinah down. Okay, Rabbi Yaakov asa k'mitzvat Rabbo. He did exactly like his rabbi said. He hitpalel him. He prayed for them. Hit'anna. He fasted for them. V'lamad l'tikun nishmatam. He did special tikunim for their neshama. We spoke about a bunch of the tikkunim, pidyon hanefesh, all different tikkun, hatarat, kilalot, hatarat nedarim, did all that. By Laila, ba'u anashim v'halalu v'amnu lo. That night, when he started doing the tikkun, they came to him. Tanuach da'atcha. They said, let your mind and your da'at relax. She'itzalta otanu mehadin hamar v'akashishin zara. Then he goes, you finally saved us from all the gezerot and all the judgments from what you just did. Unbelievable. Kol echad yesh lo kochot lefi shorot nishmato umkor machasavta. Everybody has this power. Everybody, every Jew has an ability to do this and to save others. He just needs to first believe in himself and to know that it's possible. But everyone has this strength. Now we're going to read about the Sadeh. Who's the Sadeh? Take a look. Hagaon HaKadosh Rabbi Hayim Shaul HaKohen Dwek. They called him Hasadeh. Why Hasadeh? Because Hasadeh is Rav Shaul Dwek HaKohen. Hasadeh. So it's an acronym. But it's Rabbi Hayim Shaul Dwek HaKohen Dwek. Okay. Zatzal. Haya Rosh HaMikubalim Shel Yerushalayim. He was the head of all of the Kabbalists in Yerushalayim. Shemu Yatsa Misof HaOlam Ba'ad Sofo. Everybody from all around the world knew him. And they didn't know him because he was creating digital flyers on WhatsApp. And they didn't know him because he put Sadiq Bala'ir. He just sat and learned Torah. And his name went from one end of the world to the other. It goes to show you that if a person is learning Torah L'Shem Shamayim and teaching L'Shem Shamayim, whoever needs to know knows, whoever doesn't need to know will not know. It's no different than Reb Chaim Kanievsky or the Stipler, where they never advertised where they live or what they did, and suddenly it just was known. That when a person does something L'Shem Shamayim, and for the true purpose of the Shekhinah and the Kiddusha, everything falls into place properly. V'hagaon Rabbi Yaakov, Rabbi Yosef Hayim, that was the Ben Ish Hai. Haya omed ito bekesher mechtavim b'inyanei HaKabbalah. The Ben Ish Hai and the Sadeh, or Shaul Dwek HaKohen, they used to be in contact with each other. Ve'id alav shehu anak sheba'anakim. The Ben Ish Hai said on the Sadeh, he was anak sheba'anakim. Unbelievable. Ve'estim shenotav ha'acharanot. The last 20 years of his life, ibed Rabbi Hayim Shaul Dwek et me'orinav. The last 20 years of his life, he lost his eyesight. Lo aleinu. Hadavar kara la'achar shechala be'enav. He got sick in his eyes. Ve'rofeh aravi natan lo terufa shesime'ah et enav. Lo aleinu. He wasn't feeling well, and he went to an Arab doctor. The Arab doctor saw that he was Jewish and he was very wise and intelligent, teaching from the Torah. He gave him a medicine that blinded him in his eyes. Ach hu yada et kol Torah be'al peh. But lucky for us, the Sadeh Chaim Shaul Dwek HaKohen knew the entire Torah be'al peh. He knew the Torah, Nevi'im, Ketubim, Mishnayot, Gemarot be'al peh. And everything was already ingrained and engraved into his moach. Yimach Shemo, the Aravi. But just to go to show you, look at Rabbi Mutzafi was telling you. They went, and look what happened. Mor Avi Zatzal, that's Hacham Salman Mutzafi alav shalom. He came to Eretz Israel. He came to Israel. Biyotob ben Nesim Mehamesh. He was 25 years old when he came from Israel. Where did he come from? He came from Iraq, from Baghdad. Besamuch lebo. Right when he came, Halach lebaket Rabbi Hayim Shaul Dwek. Right when he came, he went to the Sadeh to meet him. לרבי חיים שאול הייתה ישיבה בשכונת הבוכרים, לחוות הנהר. היא had a yeshiva they called לחוות הנהר, אשר למדו בה עשרות חכמי הקבלה. Tens of the rabbis learned in that place. ענקים שבענקים, the greatest of the great, כמו רבי יעקב מונצה, כמו רבי אליהו מערבי. This is some of the great. Rabbi Shlomo Mashiach also. Rabbi Yisachar Abu Aziz also used to study there. Hacham Ephraim HaKohen. Harav Suleiman Eliyahu. Ve'od Gedolei Olam. All the greatest of the Mikubalim used to study over there. Kodesh Kodashim. Siper li Moravi. Cham Salman used to say, Shehu nigash el Rabbi Hayim Shaul ve'sha'al. He went to Rabbi Hayim Shaul Dwek. Ve'sha'al oto. He asked him, Ezo she'ela be'Kabbalah. He asked him a question on Kabbalah. Amar lo Rabbi Hayim Shaul. He told him, Haveli Sefer Divrei Shalom. He said, bring me that book, Divrei Shalom. Avi halach la'aron ha'sefarim. Ve'hevi misham et ha'sefer. He brought the book that he asked him, Divrei Shalom. Amar lo Rabbi Haim Shaul, he said, Petach be'amud mem vav. He said, open up the page. Avi hechel ledaftif b'sefer daf achar daf. So, Cham Salman was going page by page. B'intayim chalfu kama sheniyot v'adayin lo higia ladaf hamevukash. Took a few minutes and he didn't find the page yet. Rabbi Haim Shaul haya zariz me'od. He was very quick. He wasn't buying this sifsuf of scrolling the pages. He grabbed it. He's blowing the rabbi from Ham Salman. He was blind. He opened up to the right page. He put his finger on the place. He didn't see. Right away, he went like this, he's blind. He's like, hey, look at the book. Here, it's right here. And Ham Salman is watching this. How the blind man is showing him the page to the one with the eyesight. It's unbelievable. Some people have eyes and they cannot see. Rabbi Haim Shaul, he lost the light of his eyes, but his eyes were still sharp. He saw and felt everything. This is from Ham Salman. One time a lady from a Jewish household, she was a respectful and known, and in Mitzrayim she gave birth to a baby boy. After the birth, she went mentally insane to some extent. And it seemed that one of her neighbors put a certain kishuf on her. Interesting. They sent the problem and the letter to him. They explained to him everything that happened. She was normal, she gave birth, suddenly this happened. Right when he heard it, he said, Lechu Rabbi Yehuda Ftaya. He said, go to him. He's the one who knows how to handle these situations. They went right away to Rabbi Yehuda Ftaya. They asked him, so they asked Rabbi Yehuda Ftaya, said, listen, do you have any clothing or anything that belongs to this woman? Amru lo. She's in Egypt. We're in Israel. We don't have anything. We only heard the story. So we told you the story. He said, go buy mitpachat in the shuk, in the marketplace. Rabbi Yaakov Dwek, Rabbi Yaakov Dwek, who was one of the rabbis of the Mosayef synagogue in Geula today, halach lashuk. He went to the shuk. Kana mitpachat rosh vehevia le Rabbi Yehuda. He went to go buy it. He brought Rabbi Yehuda Ftaya. Rabbi Yehuda kara et pesukei Anna bechowach. He read the Anna bechowach with all the kavanot. That's the of Rabbi Nechanya ben Hakana. He was one of the first Mekubalim. The biggest sod and secrets are in the Anna bechowach. Every time he would say one of the pesukim, there's 7 pesukim, he would tie another tie inside of the mitpachat. Kore pasuk vekosher kesher. He ties a pasuk, he ties another string, another knot on there. Kore od pasuk kosher od kesher. When he finished the pesukim, kol mitpachat hayta mele'ah kesherim ad shelo ra'u et tzurata hamekorit. He said it so many times when they finished, he didn't even know it was a mitpachat. It was just all knots and knots and knots on it. ציווה רבי יהודה לשלוח את המטפחת למשפחה במצרים ולהורות לאישה להניח את המטפחת על ראשה בלילה. I said, send it to her in Mitzrayim and let her wear this mitpachat that I just did the tikkun on. לומר את פסוקי מזמור הבו להשם בני אלים. And to say the pasuk מזמור להשם בני אלים, that whole perek in Tehillim, and ולהתיר את הקשרים מן המטפחת בזה אחר זה. When she should say הבו להשם בני אלים every time and take apart one of the knots. I know there's 7 pesukim inside of the Ana Bechawach. I don't know how many pesukim are in the Mizmor David. Let's check. It's right here. Let's see if there's 7. We'll finish the story and we'll check that out. Okay? So he says every time she does one of the pesukim, when she gets it, she'll take apart the mitpachat the knot. Kachasu, they did that. She right away got healthy and went back to her normal self. and went away like she never even had anything. They went to the Sadeh and they asked him, why didn't you do it yourself? Why did you send us to Rabbi Yehuda? We know that you know how to do it. But you don't know how to do what he did. We know you know how to do that. We know that you're knowledgeable. He goes, this has nothing to do with my level of knowledge. He goes, this had to do with the nishamot of the person. The ruach of Rabbi Yehuda, Amar Rabbi Chaim Shaul, nimsat bagevul sheyad hamazikim hachitzonim. His soul is at the border where all the souls of the mazikim and the chitzonim. Hachitzonim yireim mipanav. They are his. When the chitzonim see his soul, they are afraid of it. So when I know that we need to do something against chitzonim, I send Rabbi Yehuda because his soul is located there. He goes, my ruach is in a different place completely. I'm very far from them. Because I'm not able to do it because my koach of my neshama is not where Rabbi Yehuda is. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen v'amen.